Well, good evening, everyone. It is October 5th, 2020, and Dean Larry Corchin here. And if you haven't noticed, we're still at the in-laws house waiting for our house to be finished up remodeling. But anyway, hopefully you'll see us the next time and we'll be in our home. That's our hope. So again, October 5th, and this is our weekly call. For those of you that this is your first time, we are so excited that you're here and part of our team. And again, tonight is for us team time for learning and just some inspiration to grow your business. So there we go. And what did I miss?
Yeah, we're glad you're here, you guys. Whether you're a brand new coach, sometimes coaches are welcome to come just to check us out and see what our community is about. So whether you've been coaching for a minute or 10 years, we're glad that you're here with us. And Mondays are our celebration night. The first Monday of the month, we like to celebrate the accomplishments from the month before, particularly what we did as a team. Because you know what, like we can all only do so much as individuals, but as a team, we are making a huge dent in the health of this country. So Larry wanted to go over some of those stats for us as we get going.
Yeah, so people, I know there's a lot of people complaining about 2020 out there, but as far as Optivians and making an impact, we continue to just blow it out of the water. So again, congratulations to everybody for blowing it out of the water again last month. So again, record volume once again from this team. So again, so excited. And you know, at month end, it's amazing because I see the numbers and they just start clicking. It's almost like a telethon or something. I'm like, we're gonna make it. But again, fantastic month. We had 389 new clients, so congratulations. 34 new coaches, so again, welcome. And I know we have some new coaches on the call tonight. And we had 26 new rank ups. So that is pretty impressive, including 4 new leaders. And again, new leaders, we will share that tomorrow night during a Facebook Live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So please jump online and on Facebook at 8 p.m. and hear about those leaders. But tonight we're going to celebrate some of our newest coaches ramping up or ranking up from that standpoint. Take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you guys know, we celebrate every rank up as it happens on our coach page, Coaches Up for Change. And if you're new to our organization, a rank up is purely a reflection of how many people we are helping in terms of people getting healthy or coaches on our team. And so it's always fun, and to have this many people just means that we are actively growing as individuals, as coaches, as well as an organization. So we love that. We would love to have every person speak, but we're just too big for that. Time just doesn't permit. So what we're going to do tonight is what we traditionally do, and have some of our newer coaches speak, ones that are reaching their first rank up of usually senior coach, or it might even be higher if they overshot that their first month. So not everybody was able to be on tonight, but we have 4 individuals that can. And we're going to start tonight with Shelly Crocker. Shelly is a coach under Julie Apple and really just got going this month. She's given us a wave. So Shelly, if you could just unmute and just let us know, we'd love to hear, you know, what specific actions and mindset led to this, maybe anything kind of challenging for you that you had to work through, and what would be like your best tip for somebody who is just getting started?
Oh gosh. Well, let's start with, I guess, why I decided to do it, which is I was getting a little, bored, not as busy at home. I've got teenagers and they don't need me as much, and just looking for something to do. And I've been in the health field so far with teaching fitness classes, and I have a master's degree in public health, and I wanted to stay in health. And so I started Facebook stalking Julie and Alice as well, because I went to high school with her, but just kind of watching what was going on, and I was really impressed, and it looked like it was really right up my alley, you know, as far as what I was looking forward to doing, because I wanted to help people and I wanted it to be in the health field. So that's why I decided to look into it, and it took me a while, but I'm glad I did, because it's been fun. I feel like I am helping people. I'm learning a lot myself. As far as maybe coming out of my comfort zone, certainly making all the posts on Facebook was outside what I'm comfortable with because I'm not a real big poster. I'm on Facebook, but I don't post a lot, and I didn't want to seem aggressive. And Julie really encouraged me to kind of step out of that a little bit and gave me the reasons why. And people really want to relate to you personally, so I posted my before after and um, expressing my whys and and how I could help and being specific about um, numbers and things that are impactful to people. And as soon as I did that, that's where people kind of grasped onto the concept and were to the idea and felt comfortable enough to reach out to me. So I would say that definitely using Facebook or other social outlets was helpful to me so far. Granted, it's been all of my friends, obviously, that I'm helping, but obviously that'll grow as they see their success and other people their success. So I felt like that was maybe a step forward that I wasn't expecting to make.
That is awesome, Shelley. And you also got certified last month, which was great, and reached the rank of manager. So I mean, you overshot even acquiring your first 5 clients. So I think it's funny, like you said at the beginning, I was kind of stalking Julie, right? So you obviously liked her
Yeah.
Facebook presence and what she was doing, but then yet you were hesitant to put
Yep.
yourself in that position. But look what happened when you
Yep.
did. So I'm glad you listened to your
Lo
awesome.
and behold.
Yeah.
It's all those baby pictures she has out there too.
Very.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right? I just want to squeeze her.
Well, good stuff, Shelley. I know we'll see big things from you, so thanks. All right, we're going to move over to Marjorie Amagon. So Marjorie is a coach with Connie Queen, who is under Zena Friedman. And it's been so fun. You probably see Marjorie. She's got a natural smiling face. She's always with us every week, just smiling. So it's been fun to see you grow to senior coach, Marjorie, and love for you to unmute yourself and just share with us a little bit about your journey so far.
Thanks, Dee, so much for asking me to be a part of the scenes. It's kind of exciting, actually. But what happened for me with Optavia is I had reached a point in my life where I thought I was just rocking out as an old woman and chronically. Connie, my best friend, called me and told me about Optavia, and she said, I think it's really going to help you. Well, it not only helped me, but it made me so excited about life. Again, I left back in the 40s. And the other thing that really was exciting was my doctor called me for my blood work, and he said, are you doing anything different? And I said, well, I am on a health plan, yes. And he, well, keeping it because your blood work is better than it's been since last year. So that was like, that's all I needed to hear. And so I called Connie and I said, okay, I'm in for the coaching, and let's do this. And just like Shelley, I challenge with Facebook as well. Poor Connie, she got so many calls. But she was patient with me, and I'm much better with it. I feel more comfortable, and I'm anxious to see the other things that I'll be able to do. And my tip for new coaches would be just to get that list going and make the calls, because every call I made, it got easier. And then it got more fun because I relaxed. And then they were excited about it. Well, that was great. And that's what I would say, my gift that I've received from Optavia is watching my friends get excited about their lives again and get healthy. It's awesome. So I'm thrilled that Connie came to me with Optavia.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marjorie. That was awesome for sharing. And, you know, I just love what you're talking about as far as just getting out of your comfort zone, right? Making those phone calls. But as Dan Bell said, and a lot of us on the call went through his training, right? We put our own music to it, right? We don't try to copy, you know, what Connie's doing or what Dee's doing, anything like that. What we try to do is we take the essence of what they're doing and put it into our own music. And again, that's how you connect with people that are in your world. So thank you for sharing that, because that's a big point, right? We don't want to be somebody else. We want to be us, and that's what attracts us to the rest of the world. So, but awesome. Thank you again, and much more success.
Thank you.
So moving on, we're moving on to Kim.
Yeah. So under Monica Lennon, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Kim Leininger, is that right?
Kim,
yeah. So welcome aboard. You had a great first month, and we would love to hear from you and how what you have to share with us.
Thanks. So I totally agree with everything the two ladies already talked about. I mean, getting out on Facebook and just sharing my journey, I think has been incredible. And people have thanked me for doing that, because I think not enough people are open about that. You know, people are struggling with a lot of health issues and challenges, and they don't know where to turn. So I've had a lot of people calling. I think I get very timid. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm selling something, right, when I'm talking to people. And so, you know, I think for me, it's really been building that trust in the relationship with folks, that, you know, they're comfortable reaching out, they're comfortable talking about some really deep sort of things, you know, and impacting them in their lives. And, you know, I get a lot of callbacks, which is great. And so I'm really having a lot of fun doing this, and, you know, it's rewarding. I think I told, and Monica knows this for sure, but to my my grand is Anna and Frank. I mean, I'm a social worker by training. So just being able to give a piece of me to help support others is really, it's just incredible. And so I've enjoyed every minute of it. So thanks.
Kim, that is awesome. And I love your heart and your passion. Like, and I love doing these calls so that we can all be reminded of, like what you said, that like people appreciate us being out there, that people are lost, you know, without us. So thank you for being that person to share.
Yeah, if I can just share real quick too, what you said about selling, right? Or feeling about like you're selling something. What happened? Did we just get cut off for a second?
I don't. Can you guys hear us?
Okay,
you were frozen for a second there.
Oh, okay.
I knew something was up because you guys were all frozen on my side.
But no, I just wanted to say real quick, Kim, thanks for sharing about that issue about selling. When we feel that, okay, when we feel that, we are thinking about us, okay? And we have to remember that. So you have to go back to at least where you were and that gift that you got, okay, and how it changed your life. And then just offer, again, that life change to somebody else. When you do it from that perspective, it's not selling, it's just offering up, again, something that you've been blessed with. So again, thank you for reminding us that.
And great reminder so far about the different way people have been reached, you know, and why they stepped into coaching, you know, from Shelly, who was looking for that next thing in her life. That's exactly where I was. So, you know, as you're thinking about people in your world that might be a fit for coaching, it might be people that are stepping into this next phase of life. And then Connie just called Marjorie. You know, I get the impression you didn't see a Facebook post. She just called you and said, hey, I think you might be interested in this. So those direct reach outs are so important as well. And so awesome. So we've got one more, also from Frank and Shauna's organization with Chris Day. TC and Shannon Ray, they came on as new coaches last month, finished as really strong managers with over $3,000 in volume, and 2 new coaches on their team who are doing well. So TC and Shannon, are you guys out there?
Yes, here. Can you
All
hear me?
right, so good to see you guys. So share with us a little bit about how you found Optavia and why you're coaching, and then some of the questions we asked you to share on.
Okay, sure. Well, Chris Day is our coach, and we've known her since we were juniors in high school. I think her and I go back to junior high. But so just like one of the previous ones said, we kept seeing her Facebook posts and how wonderful she was doing. And so I just kind of, just kept seeing that. And, although we were healthy, we were eating right, exercising, we were doing everything, we still had just like this 10 to 15 just nagging pounds that were just hanging. And I was like, I know enough about health and nutrition to know that we're not doing it right. We needed a metabolism tweak, boost, something to change. And so I called Chris, got with her, and then we chatted on the phone, and she was like, well, you want to do this? And I was like, yes, we're going to do this. And signed him up as well.
I wanted nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And so
Matter of fact, it was a fight. It was a little bit of a fight.
Our lives are, we've been married 33 years. We have 5 children, 4 daughters, 1 son. We have 2 grandchildren, 2 on the way, and we're planning the next daughter's wedding. So we have a lot going on. So we jumped in, and I was like, we're just going to do this. And right off the bat, it was great. I mean, he was first to post. He's more the outgoing. I'm the more timid, I don't know. And so from a couple of posts he made, all of a sudden we got bombarded with.
We hadn't been in this a week, maybe 8 days. Well, so here, let me back this up. So I run a lot. I got some other issues that I deal with, and so I run to take care of that. And so I was the first 3 to 5 days, I was so weak. I'd come home, and I was like, geez, I got to lay down. I'm so tired. And so we talked to Chris about it, and she's like, oh, you got to have more protein. And I know you're not supposed to work out and all that, but I have to.
He does for his mental health issues. But she was really great. That's where jumping in with your coach and having someone like her to talk to, and she's been so great with us. And like I said, so we, right off the bat, all these people were asking whatever, and we were headed on vacation. So I was like, call Chris. And so she graciously and very patient with us handled everything. And then finally on our drive while we were headed to vacation, she was like, would you guys even consider coaching? And I was like, I don't know, but we decided to jump in, and we were very, so the challenge that we had was that right off the bat, we were very overwhelmed. Like we were on vacation, and I knew that we were putting all of this on Chris. And I was like, I don't want to be that kind of coach. Like I'm giving her all the work. And
so I literally dropped 8 pounds after we did the 5-day deal. I got on the scale, and I was like, I lost 8 pounds.
Yeah.
And couldn't believe it. So then we go on vacation. This is what kind of sold me. So we go on vacation, and we weren't 100% on the plan. We were still doing the fuelings and trying to do that, but all of our kids were there. So they took a different night and cooked each night or whatever. So we were kind of at their mercy somewhat. So we tried to stay on it, but came back, and I was like, I hadn't gained any weight. I think actually I'd lost another pound somehow. And then really got back on the program hard that next week. And then it's less than 3 weeks, and I'd lost 18 pounds. And I'm like, I'm posting like crazy. I'm like, oh. And so everybody's wanting to know, and it's, yeah.
So now from that, we still, we actually were supposed to do a call after this tonight. A couple we met up with last night that we hadn't seen in a while. They were just like, tell us right now, what are you doing and how are you doing it? And so I guess, go from there. My best advice for new coaches would be lean on your coach, and don't be afraid to put a lot of work on them. And
sorry, Chris.
I know, sorry, Chris. Let them guide you and help you. That was we're not, we're kind of, we're doers. Yeah.
Can I just say this? I'm a stats guy. Here's the stats. I lost 18 pounds in less than 3 weeks, 1.5 inches off my waist. I'm wearing a medium shirt that's loose, maybe 32 inch waist. I haven't been that since birth.
Since
I know. Last month I ran 100 miles.
Wow.
And he wasn't, his running, he really does for his mental health. He was struggling with doing that because that extra 10, 15 pounds was the pressure on his knee. He would come in and some days barely walk. And I'm like, what are you doing to yourself?
No brace. I haven't used anything.
Yeah, he was,
so
he was all
really,
braced up.
It's
He had,
effective.
and I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. And then,
Well,
on top of that,
yeah.
so I went and gave blood the other day, and like my blood pressure, usually when I go to the doctor's office, I'm all freaked out anyway. So it's always somewhat high. But this time it was like 130 over 70. Both times I went, I was like, what? And then when we looked at the results back, my cholesterol dropped 40 points, which it wasn't that high. It was like 180, and it was like 140, which is not bad, but still for doing what I've been doing. Biggest thing is the sleep.
Mm. Well, there is no doubt, you guys, and no surprise why you're growing this way, because the program obviously works. You are reaping the benefits and your energy is contagious. So thank you guys for sharing so boldly. I hope everyone hears, like, 1 week in and they were publicly sharing about their journey working with Chris on that. So we're excited. I bet you guys are going to be impacting a lot of people. So thanks for saying yes, even though you didn't even know what you were doing. So good job. All right. This is so exciting.
Yeah, it is. Awesome stuff. Great stuff. And reminder again, tomorrow night at what time? 8 o'clock for additional leader rank ups and again, Facebook Live. So excited for that as well. So congratulations to all of you guys. All right. It's October. What does October mean? October is historically one of the busiest months in our business. Okay. And there's two reasons for that. I think people get a little like, oh my gosh, what have I accomplished this year? Okay. And they look back at their goals and they say, hey, I've got to take care of myself. So October is a very good month, as well as the fact that, again, people that are serious about making a change are starting to think right now about January. Okay. The people that think about January on January 1st and say, maybe I should do something, they're probably not ideal clients. Okay. But the ones right now that are considering their health, they're doing that now. They're starting to make decisions. They're starting to think about their health. So that's why October is a really busy month. We've also we're into the last quarter. So we've got 25% more of the year left. So we want to finish up really strong this year. Again, make 2020, contrary to all the other noise out there, we want to make 2020 a great year as far as helping people and getting them healthy. So again, with that, one of the things we want to do is make sure you check your mindset and your emotions tonight. I think you heard really positive mindset and emotions. Please, if you're not feeling that way, work with your mentorship team, right? If you're struggling or anything like that, it's a great time to get in touch and have that conversation as far as what's going on. And then lastly, some quotes we have here. People lose their way when they lose their why. Okay. And the best version of yourself will be an inconvenience to your comfort zone. So again, some good quotes. I don't know where we get those quotes from. They didn't come from us, but anyway. So
well,
anyway.
Part of the reason I brought those up, that was good. Those quotes up is they apply for two reasons, right? As we're working with our clients, right? Because we have clients that will sometimes start to lose their way. And when they lose their way, it's because they've lost focus of what their goals are. And the same exact thing, you guys, applies to us as coaches. Like if we're not really clear what we're doing and why we're doing this and what we want from it and how, it's not about a rank at all. It's about what does it do for us intrinsically, like, right? Like what does it do for us? What does it help our family do? And how does it change our lives? Because until we're really, unless your goal is big enough, we won't do what it takes. We just won't. And so I just wanted to spend a little bit of time on that because I want you to think about this when you're helping your clients and when they get stuck. It always comes back to the questions about what do they want? Why did they start this? It means that they got fuzzy on their why. And if you're struggling or feeling like you're spinning your wheels, it's probably for the same reasons. And we shared this the other night on the How to Coach a Coach training, but I know not everybody was on it, and it's definitely worth sharing again. And I'm going to put the slide up and I want you guys to screenshot it or take a picture of it, just because I think it would be worthwhile. All of us need to know what we're doing and why. So we set goals for the month of October, but it really should be a goal that's fitting a bigger goal in your life. So let me just go ahead and pull this up right now and share on it just a bit. Okay. So these are the questions about dreaming. Oops, sorry. Hopefully you can see that. But the questions to ask yourself, and I think it starts with you, is what do you want? What do you want from your coaching business? Not what you realistically think you can do, not any self-limiting thoughts, but what do you want? And write it down and just brain dump with it. And then the next question that has to follow that is what's important about having it? So that's where you start going into your heart and what does this really mean? And another question is, how will you know when you achieve it? So sometimes people come to this business and they say, I just want to make an impact. I just want to help people. Well, how will we know when we've done that? What would that look like to you? And then the other question is, who else is going to benefit from this? So we know it's going to be the people that you help get healthy, the people like you guys on this call that are starting to build businesses, but who else is going to benefit? Who else in your family? Who else, why would you, be doing this? So I hope that's helpful to you, because I think until we get clear on that, we've been through all the steps of coaching and the 6 fundamental skills, but as Dan Bell says, it's always our mindset and our motivation that are going to be the drivers of our success in this business. And I know at 8:30 tonight, they're going to continue this topic and talk about having that clarity and what you want in your dreams, and then how do you put structure and consistency to it to make it a reality. So that's why I just wanted to leave this at that point right now.
Yeah, if I can jump in. So the consistency, that's a great point, because again, we're all on different stages in our business, right? Tonight we heard from some excited new coaches that are experiencing some great growth and are just excited to get their business going. And that's great. And that's congratulations. Others may have not ended the month where they wanted to. Okay. But what we have to realize is when we get to those points where we're struggling, okay, that's a growth point. Do not shy away from it. It's a growth point. And that's where you've got to push through and identify with your mentorship team, okay, what am I trying to learn here? Where's my struggle? What's happening there? So I hate to say be excited for it, but be excited for it. You're like, okay, there's a breakthrough coming here, and I've got to learn what that breakthrough is. All right, so that's a big point there. Every time you hit that struggle, you know something big is coming on the other side.
And that's what I was going to finish with, was just the importance of personal development. And as you're growing to your next levels, allow yourself to grow, right? If you're a new coach, allow yourself to be a beginner. You're a beginner. You may be a rock star at everything else in your life, but you're a beginner coach, and that's okay. And then our goals can grow. And I would tell you that, I am the biggest example of that. Came in with these little dreams, and then as my vision got bigger and you have a few wins, you just start to challenge yourself. And it doesn't mean that didn't come with a lot of pain and growth points along the way. A great personal development book, I've talked about this one before, is The 12 Shifts by Jamil Frazier. And one of the things he says, I just want to finish with this as we wrap up, is he says, when you think about it, it's almost funny. We all have incredible superpowers, but so few use them. In this season, I learned to apply this shift and flex every superpower every day. I didn't always want to, but that was okay. I didn't have to want to. I simply had to choose to. Remember, my goals and yours don't give a damn. That's up to us. So it's a really great book. So I encourage you to take a look at that. You want to hop on those calls. We're going to be on Dr. A after this, and then the field training, and then Dan Bell is after that. And then tomorrow night, we have 4 new executive directors that we'll be celebrating.
Awesome.
So we are excited. And then mark your calendar, you guys. Next Monday, Larry and I are going to be out of town. And Lauren Yeomans is going to be leading our call, and she's going to be talking on the topic of time management and growing a big business on a busy schedule. So that's going to be phenomenal. You don't want to miss that. So anything else?
That's it. It's a wrap. We love you guys. Have an awesome week, and we'll miss you next week, but we'll see you back after that. So take care. Have a great week.
All right. Thanks to everyone who shared tonight. Bye-bye.